Hello, it's John, and if you joined the live stream version of this, thank you for coming along. There was quite a few that turned up, and apologies that the internet just wasn't up for it. But I really wanted to just share at this moment, and we're just out walking the dog Patch. And it's a beautiful Saturday evening here in Scotland. And I wanted to talk about gratitude. So if you saw the last vlog that I did yesterday or today, depending on the platform you're watching, my wife, my family and I are going through a big change. We just bought a new house and we're downsizing from a big house of our dreams with a big mortgage from 6 bedrooms to 3 bedrooms. And we're really excited. And I just wanted to really just talk about gratitude. Oh, there's a big rabbit that just came out, and I saw the car, spotted it. I'm just gonna have to negotiate a gate here. Hang on one second. Come on, Patch. I think it was maybe a hare that we saw. Okay. Patch is very excited. Right this way, Patch. Yeah, so I really just want to talk about gratitude, because gratitude is such an amazing... Patch, this way. He's not coming through the gate. Come on, this way, Patch. Good boy. Yeah, so I think gratitude really feels like such a huge tool. And if I start just expressing some of the gratitude about the things I often take for granted. So I now take for granted, after 4 years of writing a song every day, and you probably hear me going on about it enough, but I take it for granted that I can do it, and that there's also this beautiful co-creative aspect to it. And I feel it's related to the frequency of both how I create, but also, I guess, the frequency of the music. And I just want to express my gratitude. I want to thank everyone that is with me on this journey, who's been at any time on the journey and will be in the future. I feel that every time I create each day, I am so grateful for the messages that I receive in meditation. You know, without exception, every message is so perfectly beautiful. It is so relevant to my life, and it is it's I would say it's usually a perfect blend of challenging for me at the same time as it is supportive and nurturing. And I feel very guided. I feel very loved and supported. And then when I express this through music and through my daily meditations, the love I receive back from you is truly humbling. It feels like your heart is kissing mine. It feels like the energy that I create, the music that I create and send it out to the universe, is just reflected back in all these beautiful, unique ways. And your interactions, whether they're energetic, they're always energetic, but whether they're only energetic, or whether you're commenting or liking, or you're just knowing that I'm there. Sometimes people say to me, John, you inspire me just because I know that you're always creating every day, without exception. And that is also so beautiful. You don't need to watch my videos every day. And I love this co-creation aspect, which is when I create, I feel what you share back with me, and then I listen to it. It sits with me. Often what happens is I see comments earlier in the day, and as I'm going about my busy human life, I then respond to them later. So often your comments sit with me for hours and hours through the day, and it's kind of like a ritual for me. I feel like I get to here, I get to hear and feel your emotions, your creativity, and then they echo into my consciousness, my dream time overnight, and then my meditation the next day, and it just feels like this beautiful infinity loop of co-creation. And I've never felt alone, truly alone, because I always feel like we're doing this together. And I'm really getting closer, just days away from starting my 100th album. And I don't know what it is about my 100th album. I don't know, it's more to me than just the ego side of saying to myself and others that I've created 100. Maybe in part because because quite early on I accidentally got the numbering wrong and actually created an extra album, and so I think I created 1D part 1 and 1D part 2, and that fixed the numbering. So I've always had this extra album, so I guess in theory I've almost finished my 100th. But yeah, they're just like, you know, they're just kind of old paradigm terms that we use for helping us at least kind of map them into a new way of thinking and a new paradigm. But there's something about the 100th album for me which is an opportunity for me to be grateful and show my gratitude and to thank everyone that has helped me and supported me, and to receive, truly allow myself to open my heart and receive, just to acknowledge the achievement, because I think what I'm doing is I'm not yet fully acknowledging my achievement each day. And because we always live in this present moment, I can take more time each day to just receive and listen to, well, I created something, and to stop being so critical about it. Like my human mind, my ego mind is just so brutal. It's like every day it's like, oh, John, your timing on that song's wrong, the level's wrong, or your voice is pitchy, or like every day I don't, it never stops me, but it's like having this like really bad friend hanging around you, and you're like, why are you still going on about this stuff? Like we write every day, so it gets better every day thereabouts. So why complain about it? So that's quite funny, and that's a journey. But yeah, I feel like it's all a journey. Every song is a step on the journey, and every meditation and every message. It's quite funny because here I am on a road. I seem to talk a lot about journeys when I'm walking along roads. And today's meditation was all about the soul journey, the soul path. Beautiful synchronicities. And yeah, I also, just going back to earlier, I was talking about the life changes. Though I've gone part-time in my day job, I'm also like going through this house move. So we've just got an offer accepted for our new house, and I just want to be so grateful for having a house, having such a beautiful family that they want to do this, and they're excited to be kind of more financially independent, to be mortgage free. My son said he'd like smaller houses, because in our big house we're so physically far apart from each other, and we kind of go off to our separate rooms. Well, my wife and I are normally together, so I just do my studio work in the morning when everyone's sleeping. So yeah, I want to be so grateful for having a home, and grateful for the opportunity to clear out so many of our belongings. We'll get rid of over half of our belongings, and it just feels like this big step into the unknown. I know that these things are like, feel like I'm taking big steps. Like the first thing was going part-time in my day job. They're big steps kind of starting to break out of our traditional programming, the matrix, and step more into my higher timeline. I don't know what happens after we move house, but I do know that what I feel will happen is that almost like the day or two after we move, we'll just realize we're free. And that's so funny because in many respects, you know, once you see our society for what it is, once you see certainly my greed for accumulating so much stuff for not any real good reason, and then it letting it enslave you. Like, you know, you don't own things, like things own you, right? So having all this stuff, I feel once that's gone, we'll just be down to the basics of what we need, but it's still a life of luxury. Like it'll still be a small but beautiful home, and we'll have all the things we could possibly want. And so yeah, I just really want to express that gratitude, and it fills my heart with such love, and it makes me think, you know, it really helps me work through the anxiety. I've moved house many times. In fact, I've moved house over 22 times in my life. And so you'd think I'd be used to it, but every time is stressful. And I feel like if you can focus on gratitude, because what's the worst that can happen? You know, if it all falls apart, we're still sat in a beautiful home, and we'll, you know, figure out the next step, what's right for us. And you know, we're so lucky. You know, even if there was some strange problems and we didn't end up with a house here, my wife's parents live nearby, and we have a motorhome. It's like we could get by, and I'm just so grateful for all those things. And I'm grateful for this place. Isn't the East Lothian, where we live in Scotland, is just this beautiful area, and behind me is like you can see some of the islands. I think you can maybe see, I think that's a Bass Rock in the camera view. You're just surrounded by this beauty, and Scotland's such a fantastic, magical country. Yeah, I just feel so truly blessed. And I feel like the more I can practice gratitude, because I was walking up this road earlier and just feeling kind of stressed out and a bit like down about all the stuff I've got to organize, all the kind of human aspects of it, and thinking, if I just focus on the gratitude of what I do have, and you know, and be thankful for the opportunity, like to have the opportunity to clear out a load of stuff, and to also continue to co-create every day, it just fills my heart. And I feel like so grateful for the freedom that it will give me and my family. And I hope it helps inspire others. Like, I want to do quite a few vlogs during this experience, just to share that human experience, so that others can see what it's like for me going through it. Because it is stressful, and it's really interesting because, you know, many people just struggle with so many things. This way, Patch. Up. Good boy. Good boy. Just avoiding a car. Good boy, Pet. He's usually quite reluctant to avoid it. But yeah, many people struggle with house moves, especially this time. You know, there's so much more pressure on everyone financially. You know, bills and cost of living, they're definitely higher than before, but I feel like they'll lightly go up and settle and over time come down. and it'll help us adjust, help us focus on the things that are really important to us. So yeah, that's it really. We're almost approached the car. Although we don't live very far away, we're just down here in Dunbar. It is beautiful to come out here. Often I feel like coming out here is like walking on top of the world, the world that we, like it's above the town, and I just feel like it lifts out of that energy. And it's definitely quite a magical place. That's for a whole new video I should do on my past life recalls here. I did write, if you're interested, I wrote a song called Trinity about it all, but I've never really spoken about it in detail, and I think that would be a really beautiful thing to do, is take you on a walk and, you know, go through those experiences. And there's also quite a magical standing stone. Now, I don't think you can really see it on camera, but it is, let me get this right. So it's down the end of the road. It's about here. The standing stone is about maybe 12 foot high. And as far as I can see, well, feel, it runs like there's a hill up here called Doon Hill, and the energy like flows. It's like a ley line, and it flows all the way down to here, and then I think it flows. I'm just getting shivers now. It's fine. It flows all the way down. It goes down towards the sea, but it actually flows to through like underground and through where our current house is. And that just made me think, I wonder if our new house is in line with it. I'm going to look that up on the map afterwards, because that would be quite incredible, as fate would have it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your love and support. I am so grateful for you. You really fill my heart every day, and I love you so much. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and you enjoyed it as much as I did. I feel like talking to you is opening up to my best friend. So thank you so much. Sending my love from Scotland. Love you.